Hey parents of KidNuz fans, now's your chance to score some freebies. Our friends at Starglow want to upgrade your family's listening experience by giving away the perfect podcast package. It includes premium headphones for mom, dad, and all the kids, a waterproof Bluetooth speaker, and a year-long subscription to Starglow's network, which includes KidNuz along with a girl power podcast, musical adventures, and even American classics like Moby Dick. This is the last week to enter. Just check out their Instagram page at starglow.media or head over to their website, starglowmedia.com/giveaway to drop in your email for a chance to win. Winners will be randomly chosen next Monday, March 4th, and announced on the @starglow.media Instagram. Happy listening!
Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. And we begin with a new record and a lot of controversy surrounding basketball's All-Star Game. The East defeated the West on Sunday night, 211-186 in Indianapolis. It was the highest scoring All-Star Game in history and the first time any team has topped 200 points, both of which mean it was a masterclass in offense and anything but in defense. According to ESPN, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, who promised a more competitive midseason event, was visibly annoyed at the dunk fest. Weighing in, superstar LeBron James admitted it's always a balance, wanting to put on a good fun show for fans, but not wanting anyone to get hurt. Any changes, he told reporters, require a deeper conversation. It's that time of year again in Yosemite National Park, where it looks like one of the famous waterfalls is on fire. From mid to late February, the specific angle of the setting sun can cast an orangish fiery glow on Horsetail Falls. The peak viewing is said to be this week, but it depends on a few factors, including having enough runoff to create a decent waterfall and a clear evening to see the setting sun. TV station KCRA says the popularity of this phenomenon has brought a lot of crowds, so the only viewing areas to see the site require a 1.5-mile hike each way, and reservations are required for parking on weekends. Former President Trump is now in the sneaker business. The likely Republican nominee attended a weekend event dubbed SneakerCon in Philadelphia Saturday to show off his new kicks. A shiny, all-gold pair of high tops with an American flag detail on the back and a big T on the side. The sticker price? $399, and they sold out immediately. The big reveal came the day after a judge ordered Mr. Trump to pay more than $350 million in a New York civil fraud case. Prosecutors say he significantly exaggerated the value of his properties in order to get better deals from banks and insurance agencies. The former president denies any wrongdoing and will likely appeal. Major tech companies are pledging to crack down on AI-generated deep fakes that could undermine the integrity of democratic elections this year, both in the U.S. and overseas. Google, Meta, TikTok, and others said on Friday they would join forces to create tools that will detect and root out any videos, audio, or images that alter or impersonate important political candidates and election officials. One example, during New Hampshire's primary election last month, AI-created robocalls mimicking President Biden's voice tried to discourage people from voting. But critics say tech companies can't be trusted to regulate themselves, and more needs to be done to hold them accountable. This is one egg that you don't want to scramble. New research shows an intact chicken egg that is 1,700 years old still contains liquid inside. The egg was found about 50 miles outside London during a dig back in 2010. But it was only recently that a microscan revealed the egg still contains the yolk, egg white, and an air sac. Experts from Oxford Archaeology tell the BBC this is a truly unique discovery and could reveal a lot about the people living in that area so long ago. A total of 4 eggs were found in a woven basket at the bottom of a well, but the scientists admit they unintentionally broke 3, which released what they called a potent stench. Further examinations of the remaining intact egg will be done very carefully to study its extremely delicate shell and contents. Still to come, if your smartphone gets wet, why you should not stick it in a bowl of rice and what you should do instead. But first, George's family in Birmingham, Michigan wants to wish him the happiest of birthdays. George, your mom, dad, Sophia, and Teddy say they are so proud of you and hope you keep listening, learning, and being you. Now, today's KidNuz quiz. Why is the NBA commissioner unhappy with the All-Star game? It was a high-scoring dunk fest that wasn't competitive. Major tech companies are pledging to crack down on what? AI-generated deep fakes involving elections. A waterfall that looks like it's on fire during sunset happens in what national park? Yosemite. How old was the intact egg found just outside London? 1,700 years. In our KidNuz Kicker, the standard advice if your smartphone falls in the bath or a pool is to quickly cover it in some dry rice to suck out the moisture. But tech experts say that is just an urban myth. In fact, small particles from the rice could damage your device. Instead, Apple says if you get a liquid detection alert on your iPhone, immediately unplug it and tap it gently against your hand with the connector facing down. Then leave the phone in a cool, dry place with some airflow for at least 30 minutes, though it may take up to a day before it's fully dried out. Tech repair company Assurion did add if you happen to have some of those silica gel packs that come in packages for new products, put them and your device in a sealed plastic bag for 1 to 2 days. That could do the trick. Before we go, we want to again thank George's family in Birmingham, Michigan for sponsoring today's quiz. Give a big happy birthday shout out to our sports-loving superfan George and say hello to all his fellow Hillel Hawks. And kudos to our terrific KidNuz teachers, Miss Lukowski and her stars at Thornell Road in Pittsford, New York, Mrs. Garcia and her Bobcats at Stone Oak in San Antonio, Texas, and Mr. Thayer and his Tigers at Douglas and Watertown, Wisconsin. If you missed it, please take a moment to listen to yesterday's podcast, a special episode dedicated to President's Day. You're bound to learn something. Have a great day. We'll see you back here for more KidNuz tomorrow morning.